AG fans, GoGFan93 here, and welcome back to the King of Kaiju post commentary video series. We are playing as Battra Larva, one of my favorite characters of the Heisei series. So yeah, Battra Larva. What can I say? I actually really like the way he plays. He's easy to play. He's actually not too complicated. One, because the characters, they have a very basic combo system and all that. But Battra is at least fun to play as, especially because he's a fast guy too. Like if you do your charge, like you just saw there, he can just go crazy across the map area. But his animations are so good. I mean, it had to be really hard to animate this character because he's just the way that he is, the way that he looks. Every little part of him is moving at the same time, so it's gotta be like really tough to animate something like that. Like all of his little leg, or his little, I don't know what you call them, appendages or something like that. But he, I love his special attack. His special attack is hilarious. I call his special attack his dancing. It just looks like he's dancing, really. But he can throw out some pretty good combos at the enemy like that, and let's see, yeah, already took out Godzilla like it was nothing. So, but like I said, in the last two episodes, Biollante and Mecha King Ghidorah were definitely high tier monsters. They were definitely the heavies, the big, powerful characters. Battra, I would say he's definitely, I want to say middle tier, and it's actually interesting because he's just a larva. You wouldn't really expect him to be super tough, but yeah, he's pretty tough. I mean, I'm actually kind of amazed. Even when I was playing campaigns with other monsters, Battra would give me a hard time. And when we get to him in the next episode, when we play his adult form, he's even crazier. So he's actually probably even more tough to fight than his larva form. But I just love that. I just love it just dancing. It just looks like he's dancing. It's so funny. It's kind of cute in a way. But yeah, you all know I'm a huge fan of Battra. I love Battra. I feel like I wish he was in more movies. And I hate the way that he got killed off and stuff. I really wish he was in the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. I feel like that would have been perfect. I mean, I know that the Rebirth of Mothra series is kind of, I think it's connected to the Godzilla Heisei series. Like, I'm not really sure if it's in the same continuity, but I still think it would be cool if they made like an excuse for Battra to come back and Battra would fight Mothra, and I don't know, I think it would be really cool. Rather than have like King Ghidorah be the enemy, because that really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but yeah, still, Battra in this game is pretty cool, and it's really nice to see a game. It's the same thing with Biollante. It's really cool to see a game with this monster fully realized, because in Godzilla Unleashed for the PS2, we got a very shitty clone character of Mothra, and I mean, Battra looked awful. I mean, if you guys remember what Battra looked like in Godzilla Unleashed for the PS2, he was, the only thing he had was he was an exclusive character on the PS2 version, and he was not on the Wii, which I really don't understand that. Like, the Wii had all these exclusive characters, and all these, but they didn't get Battra. And yet on the PS2, the only new character it got was Battra. But Battra was just god awful in that game. Like, the player model looked terrible. I mean, it's like all the detail in that character was not there. He looked like a very unfinished character, which I have a feeling is what happened. Because if you guys heard stories about Unleashed, I've heard a lot of behind the scenes rumors about Godzilla Unleashed development, and how the PS2 version wasn't really like, Simon Strange really didn't have a lot to do with the PS2 version. It was like kind of under the radar for him. Like, he was more focused with the Wii version, and it was just all this crap that was going on. So but I digress. It's just nice to see Battra fully realized, fully 3D, fully detailed. Battra's one of the best looking characters in the game. His roar is super iconic, although it's basically Rodan's roar with, it sounds like Rodan's roar with more of like a echo to it. But still, Battra, I love Battra. I cannot get enough of him. Even though he is annoying in this game when you're fighting him, because he'll do his dance a lot as well. So, but yeah, it's really cool to see him in this game. I was really I was hoping that he would be in the game when they were announcing characters and stuff. I'm like, oh, how cool would it be if Battra was actually in this? Because, you know, they basically have every other Heisei monster, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, maybe they could do Battra next. And lo and behold, Battra was leaked. I remember the first time they leaked Battra was actually not through a picture, and they actually really didn't even say anything. It was Famitsu Scan in Japan posted a picture of the character evolution screen, and obviously that whole screen had all the characters listed, and under that you could see Battra's name, and people were like, because they translated it, they saw his name, you know, the Japanese kanji, and they saw his name, they're like, wait a minute, Battra's in this game? And so it just kind of, that was like its own little leak. I don't know if that was intended, or if that was just a straight up leak that Bandai Namco's like, whoops. So kind of cat's out of the bag there. But it was really cool to finally see Battra come back, and especially in full glory. So he just looks great. Like I say, he's easy to play as, he's fun to play as, he's not one of the worst characters. I would say he's probably one of my favorite characters in the game. It seems like Mothra's actually giving me a problem though. Look at this. Mothra's pretty cheap. She'll do a lot of cheap combos and stuff where you can't really break her combos, but there we go. Finally got her. But just look at him. Just look at how cool Battra looks. He's one of the most awesome looking kaiju I've ever seen. So let's see him take on Mecha King Ghidorah, huh? This will be interesting. So, but yeah, it's so cool to see him in a game like this, and that's really cool how that connects to him. Oh man, that looks like it hurts. I love how they added that for Mecha King Ghidorah, by the way, is to have him do the whole whatever that was called. I don't even remember. I need to watch the movie again. But ooh, look at that, right out in the air. So, but yeah, I was really super happy that he got in the game, because of, you know, the last 3D game we had him in was Unleashed, and it was just he was such a shoe-in for that one. Like, it just did not look good, and he didn't, well, once again, he was a clone character of Mothra, so it just didn't look good overall with the presentation with that character, but we finally get him here, and he looks great. So I think I've kind of said really all I wanted to with Battra, at least with the Battra larva. Once again, still kind of wish though that, you know, if you played as a larva, you could just evolve into the adult right away rather than having it as another character slot. Wait, do I make it out of this? Because I am almost dead. I'm looking at the video feed. It looks like I still have a bunch to go, but do I survive? I don't know. I'm like struggling right here, I think. If I can remember. Whew. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. It's probably because I'm not playing it. I'm not used to doing post-commentary videos. Especially watching this, because it's like, oh, gotta kind of stay awake. But, go, Battra, go. I'm so close to dying. It's not even funny. God, look at this. Man, I am struggling right now. I'm trying to just stay alive, but I know I have to get in there and like take him out. Almost there. Couple more hits. Of course, then Mecha King Ghidorah does his special. It's so fair. All right, we finally got him. That was close though. That was very close. I kind of remember when I recorded that. I was like, oh geez, I might die. Final stage, Mechagodzilla. Super Mechagodzilla. It's so confusing with the Mechagodzillas between US and Japanese with the whole Mechagodzilla 2, but he's not really Mechagodzilla 2. You should call him Mechagodzilla 93, but it's like, I don't know. I still love the way Mechagodzilla looks in this game. He looks really cool. I love the way he looks. It's a very, very simple Mechagodzilla. But we'll talk about him when we get to his character. But go Battra, go! Kick his ass. I've completely ran out of things to talk about in this video, at least. I did my small little rant last video about Godzilla fandom. I don't really want to continue talking about that, but alright, come on, get him, box him in. That's how you win in this game. That's all you do. You just box in your enemies. Actually, it's kind of weird because while I'm recording this, I don't actually hear the sound because I'm doing this commentary on Windows Movie Maker, and they don't let you hear the video while it's recording, which is really weird. But we got him, yay! So that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay big, G fans.